Our first guest is the perennially funny anchor of Weekend Update on the popular Saturday Night Live program. Here's our good friend Norm Macdonald. Norm. Welcome back to the old show, buddy.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
What's new in your life? Things going all right?
Well, you know, the things that are new in my life are from the newspapers. I read the newspapers.
That's a good place. It's an excellent source of new material.
Yeah. So every day I'm reading them. A lot of news stories. I read today that Dr. Kevorkian, he killed his 41st patient the day before yesterday. And I don't know, but I think people should start to realize he's not a good doctor, when you think about it.
Yeah.
Don't go to this guy.
No.
I'd kill less people than that. I'm not even a doctor, I'd be a better doctor than him.
Seems like it would be a blot on his record somehow, doesn't it? Yeah.
And the other big thing I read the newspapers. I also read the magazines,
The periodicals.
Yeah, the periodicals.
Yeah.
And I was reading, I don't know if you read the cover of Time magazine, but they got the cover this week is a lady saying, I'm gay.
Yeah, that's Ellen DeGeneres, I think, yeah.
But that's got to be a slow news week, a lady saying she's gay. That's a big story.
I guess.
Yeah, and but it's brave of her, though, it's brave. Yeah. It's brave.
Takes a great deal of personal courage.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I read just this morning that Richard Simmons now, to take it even further, he now is making a statement that he's really, really, really gay.
That's news. Yeah. To me, that ought to be on the cover.
Yeah, you got burned. But the big thing, of course, is also the Hale-Bopp comet.
Have you seen it?
Haven't seen it.
I'm proud to say I've seen it like 15, 16 times.
You have?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I saw it last night driving home.
You did?
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. I should see it, because I didn't know it was going to be around for like a month. I thought a comet goes fast, You know what I mean?
Like a bullet, just
like, oh, there's the comet, it's gone. Oh, we'll never see it again. But this comet is like real slow. And I was reading in a magazine periodical, as you call it.
Yeah.
I was reading that it was named after Hale and Bopp.
Two guys, yeah.
Yeah, there's two guys. There's Hale, right?
Right. And Bopp. Yeah. They discovered it independent of one another.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, it wasn't like they were hogging the tail. Let me take a look. No, they found it the same night in two different locations. Didn't even know each other.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I know so much less than most people.
That takes a lot of courage to admit that, too.
No, I know.
Put you on the cover of Time. I'm dumb.
It's not dumb because I don't know book learning, you know what I mean?
No.
But I know things from the street, you know what I mean?
So anyway, the comet now, have you not seen it?
I haven't seen it. I don't know where. I know it's in the sky, but I haven't. I almost thought I took a plane to see my mother.
Oh, that'd be a great opportunity to see the comet,
And so we were on the plane, and then the guy comes on, the pilot, he comes on, he goes, yes, people of the plane. He doesn't say that.
People of the plane.
He said, passengers, He says, listen, guys, if you look out, if you're on the left side of the aircraft, if you're sitting, you can look out, see the Hale-Bopp comet. And, of course, I'm on the right side of the damn plane. So I look out, and I said, all I got is like the wing of the plane, So I get gypped, So then I land, I haven't seen it. And then I go to my not my grandmother, my mother. It's my son's grandmother. I go to my mother's, I'm sorry.
That's right. I can see where you are.
I am extraordinary.
She is a grandmother. She's just not your grandmother.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was with her, and she goes out on her balcony, and she goes, oh, Norm, the Hale-Bopp comet is up in the sky. And I go, oh, man, I'm going to see that. But I was watching Rhoda. You know Rhoda?
Yeah.
And so I said, I'll be there in a minute. I'll be there in a minute. I'm watching, and then I fell asleep.
Yeah, so
not that it was it wasn't boring show.
No, yeah. But I think, Norm, I think the comet will be visible for a few more days.
Yeah,
you really ought to
that.
take advantage of it.
Yeah. Well, now, it's weird, the comet, because it's like tainted now because all those guys killed themselves, and now, I don't know, you can't look at the comet without thinking about a bunch of dirty ghosts flying around a spaceship,
Well, that's perhaps your own personal struggle with the comet. Do what you can. So hang on, Norm. We're not done with you, buddy.
Okay.
We'll be right back here with Norm Macdonald. Turtle, getting ready. World's only performing turtle being hosed down on 53rd Street.
It looks like it might not be alive.
No, it's ready to go.
Oh.
It's ready. It's meditating.
Great.
Yeah. Norm Macdonald's here. This is him right here. Justine Bateman and Trace Adkins. I told you. And Zashu, the world's only performing turtle. Now, let's talk a little bit more. You mentioned your preoccupation with the cult and the comet.
The cult, yeah.
Did you ever were you ever in a cult yourself?
Oh, what?
No, I don't know. Maybe. You never know,
No, I've never been in a cult.
Yeah.
I would never be in a cult. Like, because, like, that cult, my God almighty, like you were saying, they had to castrate themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a thing.
I don't think they had to castrate themselves. I think they had a technician.
Oh.
Like a dental hygienist. They didn't have to do it themselves.
Okay, but they had to get castrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a thing that, that's a big thing in your life. You know what I mean?
It's a huge commitment.
Yeah. So you have to really believe, and believe me, I mean, I want to ride in a spaceship as much as the next guy, But it'd be fun. Yeah, it'd be great. Everybody likes that.
What you're saying is there's a limit.
Yeah, and plus, these guys are probably up in the spaceship, and they're like, good Lord, what were we thinking? We castrated ourselves. Here we are in a spaceship. Maybe there's some nice-looking ladies up there on Pluto.
No dice now.
Yeah, they're castrated. Maybe the aliens are going, you morons, we on our planet, we value testicles above all else.
I guess. You put quite a lot of thought into that, haven't you, Norm?
I've thought about it.
You ever do, because you, to me, seem like a fairly well-grounded guy,
you know? No, I'm very well-grounded.
You have very keen powers of observation. And were you ever like a bonehead? Did you ever do punk stuff when you were a kid?
Well, when I was young, I was crazy. Like, I'd do anything,
Really?
Yeah, it's just like, because you're young, you don't care, you don't have a job or anything, right?
Yeah, sure.
You're just drifting around from town to town. But I remember one time, like, because I used to do, like for the purposes of this show, like beer,
Have a little beer?
Yeah. And so I was like ripped out of my mind on this beer. It was like that beer where you like hallucinate, where you had so much beer,
Got some really good beer.
Yeah, it was good beer. So I remember I went to this place. There's this place in Canada called Ottawa.
Yeah. It's the capital. It's the capital of the country.
It's the nation's capital, yeah. And so they have this thing every year. It's called the Panda Game, right? And it's
Panda?
Panda, like an animal.
Yeah, sure.
And so, but they just call it. That has nothing to do with pandas. So it's the University of Ottawa versus Carleton University. It's the two universities, and they play a game against each other.
Crosstown rivalry.
Game. That's it.
Yeah.
And so everybody goes and gets parties up and they drink and they do beer and then they do some more beer and everything, And sometimes they mix the beer with the beer.
Oh no. It's dangerous, isn't it?
It is.
Have to be very careful.
So I went to this thing, and the thing about the Panda Game is it's just a big party, and every year somebody does something crazy, Like the engineering students from one of the things. Like one time they put a bunch of greased pigs on the field.
Oh, yeah.
And they had to chase the greased pigs.
College pranks.
Yeah, college pranks. One year they made a big slingshot, giant one, and they shot like water balloons over to the other side to hit. And so every year, everybody wonders, hey, I wonder what's going to be the big prank. Yeah. So then I was there. I was really wrecked, I was like, and so in my head, right, I go, I'm going to figure out the prank to do. I'm going to be that guy, And so I'm walking around. I'm no good at pranks, you know. And I'm walking around the state, and I'm trying to think, and I see, you know where they sell the hot dogs, the hot dog stand?
Yeah.
There's a big, like, mustard thing where you push on the top.
The big pump, sure.
You know those big yellow things?
Uh-huh.
And you push on the top to get some, for your delicious hot dogs and mustard?
Yeah.
So I go, I'll grab this hot dog mustard thing. And so I grab it, and I'm like walking away, and I get back to my seat, and I go, my idea was I'll chuck this giant mustard thing onto the field, and then it will cause a big mustard stain on the football field. And I thought that would be really cool, because mustard is hard to get out.
Yeah.
And so I get there, you know, but I'm really wrecked, and I get there, and I go, and plus I was way up, like way up.
Right.
There was I would have had to have superhuman strength to get that thing there. And I don't have superhuman strength.
No, just a guy.
I'm just a guy, you know. And so I take up the mustard, I go, and I throw the mustard up, right? And then the mustard just goes up a little way, and then I see like the top like starts spinning off of it. And then this mustard all comes out. And then I just see all these guys like right in front of me, you know? And then so my buddy goes, run for your life, you know? So I start running like this.
And that's it.
That's the whole story.
Norm, you had a couple of beers before the show, didn't you? This weekend on Saturday Night Live, Rob Lowe and the Spice Girls plus Joe Pesci. Now, got a couple of seconds. Go ahead, do it. Let me see it. Come on, let me see it. Just a little. Just a little.
What is that?
Just a little. You know what I'm talking about.
What would that mean?
Just let me see a little of it. Come on, Norm. Come on.
I got to do it with Paul.
All right, do a little with Paul.
Me as myself?
Yeah, you got to play yourself.
All right, I'll play myself.
Oh, God.
Yeah, cool. Not so easy when I'm sitting right here, is it, Big Shot? There we go.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
I'm not ready for this.
I know you're not ready now. No. You're ready on your little show, but you're not ready here. You got all week to get ready on your little show.
Okay.
Here we go.
So it's like,
Here we go.
who's going to be the...
I don't know. Oh, Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe and the Spice Girls. Joe Pesci.
Yeah, Paul, Rob Lowe and the Spice Girls will be on. Do you enjoy the Spice Girls, Paul?
Spice Girls, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they'll be on the show. Yeah. And Paul, do you watch the Saturday Night Live show?
Yeah.
Yeah. What time's that on now, Paul?
Huh?
I say, what time would that be on?
It's like it's 11. It's live. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.